Hi, you're watching NVTV, and as part of our series, Our Generation, I'm speaking today with Mike Moloney, the founder of the Belfast Circus School and currently director of the Prison Arts Foundation. Mike, thanks very much for being with us today.
Morning, Kieran.
So, just can you take us back to the beginning to start off? Because you grew up in Toowoomba in Queensland, Australia, didn't you?
I know, at this time of the morning I can't even pronounce it myself. Toowoomba, Queensland. It's a small one-horse town. It's now basically a suburb of Brisbane, which is the state capital of Queensland. But I must say I don't know it that well. I got to know it some years later, but at the time I only spent 3 weeks there, as long as I was in hospital. And then Mum and Dad, who were quite in an itinerant part of their lives at that stage, we moved quite quickly and went down towards Melbourne, which is in Victoria, which is way down the bottom. So I don't know much about Toowoomba at that stage. Little did I know that I'd know it very well, and the entire state of Queensland a bit later on.
Now, you mentioned in terms of, growing up, your family life would have been very different from most other kids in terms of you did move around a lot, and you went through something like, I think it was 9 different schools, 27 different houses. Can you tell us a bit about sort of what that lifestyle was like?
Well, interesting. My father trained as a compositor in the printing game, and my mother was a nurse. But my father always had a want, I guess, to write. He had this passion inside him to write and to be around people. So journalism, I suppose, was a natural area that he wanted to go into. And so in that sense, he always wanted to own a newspaper. Now, this is a great kind of idea, and this is the days of real print journalism. And Australia, huge country. A huge country, so there's a lot of spaces to go, and at that particular stage, the guys like Murdoch, the guys like Frank Packer and all these fellows hadn't actually started their great media empires. So my father, from Melbourne, then decided to go out and buy a local newspaper called the Collarenebri Gazette. And he did that sort of, in around about 1959, and that sort of started us on this journey of moving around this, all the states of Australia, setting up in small country towns and setting up the newspaper business, which is really quite an amazing thing. So, yeah, I guess my father was a frontier newspaper man in the old tradition. Tremendous kind of feeling.